Now we're going to talk about finding coterminal angles. So what is the coterminal angle? These are two angles in center position that have the same terminal side. So, for example, in the positive direction, from center position, positive direction, that's 140 degrees, and the negative direction is 220 degrees. These are coterminal. They have the same terminal side. Any angle has infinitely many coterminal angles because each time we add 360 or subtract 360 from it, the resulting value has a terminal side within the same location. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, 4, but the idea is that well, what we're going to lead to is we're finding angles. Keep that color. So notice this angle T, this angle T, this would be angle T, but we call it T prime because it's the same value, but it's over this other quadrant. So these aren't quite coterminal, but we're finding it's a reference angle is what we're coming up with on that. So these are reference angles. These are reference angles you'll see in the next definition would be an angle that is less than or equal to 90 degrees. So between 0 and 90 degrees. So coterminal and reference angles. The coterminal angles are two angles. And coterminal and reference angles, two angles that have in the standard position that have the same terminal side. An angle is reference angle. Coterminal angles are two angles in the standard position that have the same terminal side, and angles, reference angle, is the size of the smallest acute angles. Remember, acute angles can be something less than 90 degrees. We call it T prime, formed by the terminal side of the angle T and the horizontal axis. How to find coterminal angle between 0 and 360. Subtract 360 from the given angle. If the result is still greater than 360, subtract 360 again until the result is between 0 and 360. The resulting angle is coterminal with the original angle. Okay, so find the least positive angle, theta, that is coterminal with an angle measuring 800 degrees, where the given angle we're discussing is between 0 and 360 degrees. So we take 800, subtract 360, we're going to get 440, I believe. So that's still bigger than 360. So we need to go again. We subtract 360 again, and looks like we have 120 degrees. So that would be the angle, the coterminal angle. Now, how to find a coterminal angle having a measure between 0 and 360 given an angle measure less than 0 degrees. So if it's a negative angle, we add 360. If the result is still less than 0, add 360 again until we have an angle between 0 and 360. The resulting angle is coterminal with the original. So show that the angle measure negative 45 degrees on the circle and find a positive coterminal angle such that alpha is between 0 and 360. So we will have negative 45 degrees plus 360 is going to be 315 degrees. So negative 45 degrees, it's going to be this angle down here. This other direction, it's going to be positive 315 degrees. Okay. That's a big space there. Finding coterminal angles and measured in radians. So same type of thing, but now we do 2 pi instead of doing it with 360. So subtract 2 pi from it until we have something between 0 and 2 pi. So beta is between 0 and 2 pi. And so we have the angle 19 pi over 4. So we're going to take 19 pi over 4 and subtract 2 pi, which means it's 19 pi over 4 minus 8 pi over 4 to get a common denominator. So that gives me 11 pi over 4. But that's still going to be bigger than, since 8 pi over 4 is 2 pi, it's still bigger than that. So 11 pi over 4 minus 8 pi over 4 is going to give me 3 pi over 4. And that's going to work. That's the coterminal angle. Okay, and that's it for this part.